Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever time it is video finds you. It's boy Jay here, and it's not Event Quest Wednesday because Event Quest Wednesday are dead. However, it is kind of Event Quest Wednesday because that's what we're talking about today. Event quests. Now that we know that they're all out, let's hit the counter and go over every event quest, and let's talk about event quests as a whole in Sunbreak. All right, so yeah, now that we got that out the way, let's go ahead and talk to our homegirl Chiche. We're gonna click event quests, and we're gonna talk about them. So we got 8 pages, almost 8 full pages of event quests in Sunbreak. And you know, we had some okay ones. I don't know. At first, I used to do every single one of them. You know what I'm saying? And then I started to fall off when I got here. Then I was like, all right, new gestures. Not really interested. What is this? This is add his own explosions, starting with a bang. Why is this? Why? I don't go make it see some stars, but why though? I don't even know why. Whatever the rewards, I was like, bro, I'm not just gonna do every one. And I just kind of started to fall off a little bit. Right now, I will say we did get a decent amount of layered armor this go around, which is cool, right? We got a decent amount of layered armor, and I think the first buff body that we got, the first buff body we got was an actual real set of armor. It was an actual real set of armor that you can craft. I don't know if many people know that, but you can actually make the real buff body. Here it is, like it's a real set of armor, got skills and everything on it. You know what I'm saying? Now, are they the best skills ever? No. But it's real and it's here, you know what I mean? So I mean, look at the boots. The boots aren't horrendous. A 4 slot, a 1 slot, got an attack boost 3, fortify 1. Not bad. Not bad if you think you're gonna die. If you're doing something that's quite difficult and it'll take care of half of your attack boost needs. Not bad, you know. But yeah. So that's the only piece of I think actual armor we got. Everything else was layered except for the Palamute stuff and buddy stuff. We did get some buddy armor that was real, right? And it was pretty good. We got another paralyzed option, which is good. I like equipping my Palamutes with paralyzed stuff, but for the most part, we either got layered armors, we either got titles, or we got gestures. Gestures, they aight. They aight. It ain't the best thing ever. And like titles for the card, I don't care at all, like whatever, and like we advanced carnival carnage. Why was this really big? Is this a really big Gossarag? And that's another thing that I want to bring up here while I'm talking about this is anytime we get like oh yeah, guaranteed large crown, guaranteed small crown. Yes, it's the guaranteed crowns, and yes, they're going to be bigger or smaller than usual, but it's not any bigger or smaller than something you could have accidentally run into, right? So let's see, where's like a guaranteed crown? I think, no, well, yeah, like these two, right? Like Garangome, Luna Garon, well, they're hazards, so that's a little different. Yeah, I think this one, Collision Course Comet, right? I think it's a guaranteed large crown, but I don't think it's gonna be like that much bigger than a gold crown that you could run into, if that makes sense, right? Like they may have set the value to always be the maximum size, but it's not like the greatest Jagras, right? Where like the Jagras was way bigger than any Jagras you could actually find. You know what I mean? Like, or same thing for a small crown. It's not the tiny Urugan from Monster Hunter Tri, right? You remember that? The tiny one? Like, comically small. Like, way too small. Like you might be able to kick it over with your foot, but it still hit like a truck, like a real Urugan that was actual big size. Hilarity, goofiness, that's the stuff that I'm looking for in some of these event quests. And that was nowhere to be found here. So yeah, I mean, we did get a couple, interesting scenarios here, but for the most part, nothing that couldn't, like this one, right? Is this no, that's a Volcana. Didn't we get like a Volcana in the volcano one time? Like, okay, yeah, that's different, but I don't know, man. These event quests, if they weren't giving out, you know, layered armor, it was kind of like, why am I here? You know what I mean? And I've brought this up in an event quest critique before, but most of the layered armor we got is stuff that came from Frontier, right? So many of these layered armor sets came from Frontier. So it's like, all right. So it's not something like absolutely brand new to the franchise. You know what I'm saying? Like it's new in the fact that, like, yeah, it's never been in mainline, right? But like a lot of these armors, here they go. Yeah, a lot of these, I want to preview the whole thing. Hello? Oh, I'd have to like put them all on. No, I'd have to. No, I'm gonna go to the counter. But a lot of these armors came from Frontier, which is cool, right? You bringing this stuff over from Frontier and it looks cool, and you know, people who played that game, and you know, it's a nod to Frontier. We got a lot of fans of Frontier, and you know, and you know, oh, this is from World, but you know, a lot of people are like, yo, this is from Frontier. It's great to see you here. Great, that's good, but like, damn, not a whole lot of brand new, like, oh, never seen this before armors and stuff, right? There are some, don't get me wrong, right? Like, I think the Palamask is new, and then Blood Malice is brand new. Look, it's sick, by the way. God, I love Blood Malice. Might be my favorite one. But yeah, a lot of these are like, oh yeah, that one's from World, that one's from Iceborne, you know. So yeah, the layered armors, we got them more frequently this time than we did in base Rise. Good stuff, right? But also we got absolutely none, zero goose egg collaboration quests. None whatsoever, right? Even base Rise had collab quests with other Capcom properties, right? Which, you know, the game was kind of developed while the world was a little different, pandemic, all that action. I get it. Maybe the priority wasn't to go shake hands around the world and come to terms on deals on when to release these collab quests and how to do, you know, the other franchises that you're bringing into Monster Hunter correctly, right? Think Behemoth. Imagine how much collaboration that needed to happen between Square Enix and Capcom back then, right? Like, hey, this is what these crystals look like. This is what Behemoth looks like. This is how it plays in 14. Is this okay? Like, can you imagine the back and forth in development while they're making that quest, while they're making those events? It's a lot going on. That's a lot. It's a lot to go through, and maybe some meetings had to happen to make sure things were going in the right direction for both parties, right? Because Rathalos got sent to Final Fantasy 14, right? So that's a lot. That's a lot going on. So while the world is you know, don't meet up, don't talk to nobody, wear a mask, blah blah blah, all that, maybe they decide, you know what, let's just stay in house and collab in house, and that's fine. I get it. You're making the most of the situation. But you know, we got the Akuma skin, which is, I think, one of the coolest layered armors that we've ever got, period. It makes sword and shields invisible, so like it looks like you're punching the monster. It's great. I love it. I still wear it from time to time because I think it's just that good. But we got nothing of the sort here in Sunbreak, despite Street Fighter 6 had just released. Like, we could have got something from Street Fighter 6, maybe, right? I mean, the Street Fighter precedent is already there with the Akuma, right? Boom, maybe that. What else? What other games came out? Resident Evil 4 came out earlier this year. Maybe we could have had another Resident Evil collab of some sort, right? Because we don't have any Resident Evil in this game at all, period. None, right? Okay. Let's see. Mega Man Legacy Collection, the Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. We could have got a collection of layered weapons for that, and that's another topic we're going to talk about here soon. We could have got, you know, the way Battle Network works. You use the chips and they do the attacks. There's a hammer in there. There's a sword in there. There's the big shield. Maybe the Palico could have turned into one of those the army guy with the plus, the green and yellow dude. Maybe we could have had a Palico turn into that. So many possibilities there, but we got not a single drop of it here in Sunbreak, right? Which I think is I don't know, it's kind of strange. It's really strange, huh? Like, damn. Or, excuse me. Man, I've been sick, bro. But I'm starting to feel better. I am starting to feel better. Let me pop this cough drop in so I don't cough in your ear no more. But, so, yeah, we got no collab quests of any kind here. Now, and we didn't get any weapons either. We didn't get any event weapons, not even layered, right? Like, we now have layered weapons, which they decided to sell us, you know, in the form of the lost code weapons and the plush weapons, which are cool. They're cool, right? Am I buying them? No, but they're cool. I thought, because now we got layered weapons, now we have the possibility for another type of layered weapon giveaway with these event quests, right? Like, so let's look at how many of these quests that I decided just not even to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, so 15. And there's 14 weapon types. So you could have got me to do all of those quests except maybe one, if maybe each one of them gave away a different layered weapon a week, right? Could you imagine like how cool that would have been? Maybe we get a layered hammer for this one. Maybe we get a layered longsword for this one. Maybe we get a layered greatsword for this one. A layered heavy bow gun for this one. A layered light bow gun for this one. A layered bow for this one, right? Maybe because they were dropping 2 at a time per week for a while there. So maybe you get, you know, one quest where it's like, okay, cool, here's a hazard. You do that one for the fun of it because hazard's different, because hazard changes the behavior of the monster. Hazard changes how hard the monster hit. So I do like hazard. I do like quests where like the fun of it is to just do the quest because of how different and unique it is. I do like that. I'm down with that, right? So here's a hazard, and then here's a layered weapon. Collect them all. Do 14 event quests to eventually have one special layered weapon for each weapon. That would have been cool as hell. I thought maybe that's where we were going when they showed us like, hey, we got layered weapons now. Boom, and then they showed off the lost code, and I was like, all right, it's not really a big deal that they're selling it. Like, meh. Would I have liked to have gotten it free? Would it have been better if they maybe pieced out the lost code, like I just said, and have it, you know, be one weapon per event quest? That would be dope. But that's not what we got. We got nothing. We got goose egg. So it's like, damn. Like, if it weren't for the hazards, which I really like the hazards, and I feel like that's gonna carry into the future of the franchise, and maybe they're gonna change up how monsters behave, like on a case-by-case basis. That way, you know, the whole entire roster of monsters can continue to be hunted, and all of them can be threatening, right? Like this Garen Golem, way more threatening than a regular Garen Golem. Why? Because it's a hazard. The moves are different, they hit harder, and even if you're wearing your end game stuff, he's gonna hit pretty hard. It's cool. It's different than the usual Garen Golem hunt. I like that. And I think they're gonna carry that forward into, you know, the new Monster Hunter game, where like, hey, you know, the monster will behave kind of different sometimes. Maybe you'll randomly get a hazard monster on a hunt, and you'll have to stay on your toes and pay attention to the hunt, and you won't be able to just kind of go through the motions and hunt down a monster. That sounds cool to me. That sounds really cool, you know. But I do like the hazards. But like I said, if it weren't for the hazards and all of the layered armors we got, I would definitely be giving the event quests as a whole letter grade F. Like, this is not great. This is like kind of the worst batch of event quests we ever got. And I kind of held out hope, man, you know, back right before title update 5, I was like, man, they could still announce a collab. I'ma wait and see. They could surprise us at the end with something real cool. They gave us the bonus title update, which was good. I do really like Primal Malzeno, but like, you know, they gave us this quest and this quest that features Primal in it, and like, that's what we got out of it. We didn't get any surprise collabs at the end or nothing like that. Just okay, you know. So if it weren't for those kinds of quests, the hazard and the layered armors, I would give this an F. Right now, I'm kind of feeling a D minus. I'm kind of feeling a D minus, bro. Not a single collab. Missed potential with layered weapons now being a thing. You could have given out some of those. Only one real armor set. No real actual weapons. Like even base Rise had USJ. We don't even have master rank USJ weapons. Like, and USJ is only longsword and bow anyway, which is not great. But look, boom, here you go to USJ, and you know, this was pretty good when it came out. Like, yeah, this is comparable. 30% affinity, 180 attack, decent white sharpness. This is a good weapon. You can use this. Is it meta defining? Is it the best thing ever? No. But it still injects something new. It still injects like, oh, let me build a set that takes advantage of this. Sounds great. We got nothing of the sort here. So yeah, I just want to talk a little bit about the events and like, I don't know, man. We can do better than this. This is rock bottom. Let this be rock bottom, right? And then from here we only go up. Okay. Granted, when Rise and to an extension Sunbreak were a thing in its conceptual stage, the world was different, right? So, okay, fine. You don't want to bring outside companies in. You don't want to have any collabs because you don't know how long the world is going to be like this. You don't start those talks. You don't sign those deals. You don't write those checks, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind closed doors and behind curtains. Damn, Chiche? Okay, behind curtains that we just don't know about as gamers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I bet Square Enix and Capcom swap checks or something to make Behemoth happen in Iceborne. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just a, oh yeah, for free, yeah. Like, something happened, you know? So, there's that. But yeah, I'm feeling a D minus on this. Let this be rock bottom, and let's get better than this moving forward, right? So, let me know how you feel in the comments down below. Are you feeling the same way I'm feeling about Sunbreak's Event Quests? Let me know in the comments down below. I plan on replying to each and every comment that hits this video. And as always, people, happy hunting. Peace.